Hi everybody, my name is Amy and I work here at Connections as a Communicative Disorders Assistant for the Talk To Me program. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about how you can expand your child's language using action words and play food. Typically, by the time your child reaches their second birthday, they would have approximately 100 words and they would be combining a variety of two-word phrases. This might sound something like, mommy up, car go, puppy eat. Now, some of the children we see, they are developing great vocabulary, but they're not yet combining words together. And when we really look at the words the child has, a lot of times we notice that they're using a lot of nouns. So they might be able to say something like daddy, puppy, chair, apple, but without other types of words, they're unable to make phrases. So the first category of words that helps with that is action words. And we really love using action words when playing with play food. The reason we like doing that is because there's just so many options with, again, just one activity. So you can say things like you're gonna cut the food, chop the food, wash it up, you can cook it, you can mix and stir it. When you bring all the food over to the table, you can eat it, drink it, you can scoop some more food in your dishes. And also you can use some fun words that we don't use a lot, but kids really enjoy. Like you can say, oh, your teddy bear is just a little bit thirsty. Let's just give him a sip of water, a little sip. Or, oh, that dinosaur is really hungry and he wants to eat that cookie. Let's give it a big chomp, chomp. Or, oh no, that food's really hot. We gotta blow on it, blow. So really a lot of great examples of words that you can highlight and act out while you're playing. And again, the reason why we love this activity is you can take it further. So you can, like once your child is combining two words together, you can then model some great action words with ing endings, or you can also use pronouns. So if your child says, oh, mommy, eat, then you can say, oh, okay, I'm eating, I'm drinking, I'm pouring. So just a lot of options with something you might already have around the house. One speech and language strategy that we like to practice in sessions when playing with play food is to practice trying to reduce our yes/no questions. So sometimes we say things like, is the bear drinking? Are you stirring the soup? When we ask a lot of yes/no questions, what you might see is your child nodding a lot or shaking their head or just answering yes or no. Rather than imitating new words or, getting really a nice interaction going with a nice back and forth. It often feels like quizzing, and sometimes the child kind of loses interest and might actually walk away from the activity. So sometimes what we suggest to do instead is to watch what your child is doing and actually just imitate their actions and copy them, and then supply some nice language in the activity. So if your child is stirring the soup, instead of saying, are you stirring the soup right now? You could actually pick up your own bowl and spoon and you could stir and say, oh, you're stirring your soup. I'm stirring my soup too. Stir, stir, stir. That way it's a much better interaction and you're actually highlighting language a little bit better that way. And a great thing also with play food is that you can actually change up this activity a little bit to get your child more interested. I often hear parents say, you know what, my child's not really interested in playing with the play food anymore. And often if you just grab a big blanket and just plop it on the floor in your living room and say that you're having a picnic instead, all of a sudden the activity's changed a little bit and they're more excited to play. So you can try that. I know often that we'll do little tea parties and you don't need a fancy tea set or anything, just use your cups and your bowls and your plates that you have at home. And I also really like to encourage parents to find your kids' favorite characters, their favorite stuffed animals. They can join in on the tea party or they can come have some lunch. I know at my house, my oldest, his favorite stuffed animal is Mr. Bunny, and I cannot tell you how many meals we've had with Mr. Bunny. He's like a king. And lastly, I do want to point out that if you don't have access to play food at home, you can definitely use all those words and that strategy with your actual meal times throughout the day. And I know I've told parents this in the past, and rather than feeling overwhelmed, like you have to use these strategies all day long, I often suggest picking one time a day. I know at my house, dinner time can be a little bit hectic, so I suggest picking for my life, I would pick snack time, or I pick lunch, where it's a little bit more slower pace, and I can actually sit down at the table as well, and I can model some great actions with my child. So I can pick up an apple myself and say, oh, I'm so hungry, I'm gonna take a big bite, and I'm actually highlighting the language. Okay, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that video and found it helpful. If you ever have questions about your child's speech and language, feel free to give us a call or go online. You can complete an online referral yourself. No doctor referral is required. And keep a lookout for future videos about expanding your child's language. Thanks for watching and thank you for connecting with us.